Downhill. Hey, great ball. Great ball. You need to take that's good distance to the back now. Good spot. Good spot. Right spot, work up.
Ball. Was, yes. What's up?
2-1. Go. Ball. Last ball. Reset right here. Reset. You got this? First ball right here. First ball right here. Batter matters, nothing else. Batter matters. Let's go. Last one. Stay ahead. Finish. Don't lose. Stay ahead. Let's go.
Or 2? Yeah, it's a 2. Sorry. Oh, you're good. I lose track a lot too. I'll be looking at something else.
Get that second pair of eyes up here.
Yeah, I know. That's a good idea. Step on the back. Oh, God. We got him. Nice job,
All right. There's power out there. There's power. I got Oh, yeah, no, I just realized that.
Yes.
They hit way out there.
He's closer than I am, so.
I coach first base, and usually if the catcher has to reach for it,
It's probably.
probably a ball.
Yeah.
Like unless they slide inside and then reach outside, it's like okay, maybe I can call it.
He's doing
Yeah,
this.
yeah. If you see them slide outside and then they reach out like this,
Yeah.
Come on, bud.
Alright, Dylan, you got this. Great places. You're alright, Dylan, let's go.
there's a baby spider
Oh, really?
jumping around. I couldn't feel it. I thought it was like a little ant or something, and I was like, oh, and it jumped, and I was like, a big old spider this morning on my back porch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was walking out, taking the trash out, like outside the back, I guess the back of our house, and I walk out the back porch. We have a little screen door, and it was open. And I was walking with the bag in front of me, and luckily I saw the spider web, so I stopped, and I backed up, and it was this big.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It was brown. I don't know what kind of spider it was.
I don't know, outside, you know. It's funny. This morning when I was back porch and there was a spider. You know, look what that looks like. Looks like a little person.
Yeah. That's wild.
I was like, what the crap? That's not a fairy or something. It was good.
We got a groundhog or something living in the We got a chain link fence coming up to a wood fence.
Yeah.
The wood fence is like across the front of our house.
Yeah.
And we got a huge hole. I mean, a hole I could climb down in it.
Some dudes wear you out, man.
I was like, we gotta keep our dog out of this thing. I've been trying to fill it. We had a guy come mulch a bunch of. We just bought this house.
Yeah.
And it was like the woods out there, the backyard was.
Yeah.
And we had a guy come in and mulch all the small stuff.
Yeah.
And so I've been raking that small stuff into it, trying to just like fill it up.
Make it look go somewhere else.
Yeah. And I stepped in it the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, break your leg in there.
We got some skunks somewhere. We smell it bad. And we got 3/4 of an acre lot behind the house.
Yeah.
And I've been cleaning it up, but they're back there somewhere.
Yeah, we had that's the guy who did ours. I work with him, and he told me, he said, if you have seen a skunk or smell a skunk, you need to get something like this done. Come in and just clear it, and there's nowhere for them to hide. They'll go somewhere else. Because they build little dens and stuff, brush piles or real thick stuff.
Yeah. They won't come around. Son of a eyes, yeah.
Yeah, it'll only get worse. It'll be right behind this thing when that starts setting. You'll see the pictures. They won't be able to catch it from the pictures.
Yeah.
Whoever designed this field didn't take
Think
that
about
into
that.
consideration. Like, what time did the high school play? And it's like, 6 o'clock going into the
put it-
nighttime. Yeah, let's put the sun right behind
Yeah.
them.
Come back.
And my son, there's sunglasses on the first minute. Oh, dude.
They need to build like an extension.
Yeah,
like
just a big
metal
wall.
extension,
Yeah.
or something around this thing. Try to block some more of that sun.
Nice, nice.
Is it a ball?
Down our way.
Good job. One more.
That might have been a little bit out too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't like that curveball. That curveball was way up there.
Good job, man.
Good job, guys.
Good job. Awesome. How many? I'll take that right there, Hall. Yeah. Love it. Love it.
There.
Yeah.
Especially if it bounces.
Yeah. That's the worst part. That I told him we were watching that game before this. I was like, hey, since it's wet, it ain't bouncing. I said, I'm sure you know if it's falling over, it's going to die.
I got a story for you. One of the guys that I played with growing up, he went to Farragut, and I played at Maryville, but we always played softball together.
Yeah.
And he was always the same size as me. We were both like 5'10", 5'11", graduated high school.
Yeah.
The difference was his dad was about 6'7", maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, his dad was huge. And so we always get him down the road about 9 feet tall.
Oh, yeah.
And he grew, I think, 5 inches.
Oh, wow.
Between May and like July after graduation. Yeah, and he went up to a showcase up in, I think it was the Northeast somewhere. He went up there to some showcase, ran like a 6'5", 6'8", and he was like, when I grew like that, he said all of a sudden I was super fast. Yeah, and he was like, I don't know if they ever ran a super fast time. He said I had like Louisville, Notre Dame, some ACC schools at Georgia Tech in my living room like the next week, and I was like, wow, that's awesome. And, you know, he started talking about Georgia came and visited him, and like school starts in like a month.
Yeah.
You know, he's not committed anywhere.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he was like Georgia offered me, and I committed there, and I had to get my application in. And he said before I could submit my application, their coach got fired. Yeah. And so he committed from there, and luckily Dave Serrano, who coaches at Johnson, his son Kyle was in our same grade, and Nick knew, obviously played in high school with him over at Farragut, and Kyle went to UT, so Kyle was like, hey, you should come over here. So Nick went over there to UT, and he ends up doing pretty well, playing some third base for him. Playing some third base for him. Of course, that was back before they were any good at baseball over there. So before his senior year, he went up and got invited up to the Cape Cod Summer League.
Yeah.
Up there. And that's like, that's the biggest college baseball, like all the best players. So he gets invited up there, and they use wood bats and everything up there, and they got all the best pitchers in the country up there. And he goes up there and gets like 475, and it's like league MVP. And so that next spring for baseball season, I remember coming down and watching the game, and I had transferred up to UT at that point, and I was, there'd be 20 people in the stands at the home game, and the students could get in for free, so I'd go watch them play and stuff. And I remember seeing these guys, and I played baseball for a long time. I played in college, and I noticed them. I was like, those are quite scouts.
Yeah.
So I walked down there and started talking to them, and I was like, who are you guys here to watch? And they were like, so-and-so for, I think they were playing MTSU. This second baseman for MTSU, center fielder, and then UT's whoever, first baseman and their catcher. And then they're like, oh, yeah, and of course Senzel. And I was like, you're here to watch Nick? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, awesome, man. I grew up with Nick. And so I stood there and talked to him for like 4 or 5 innings.
That's cool.
And just talking baseball and stuff with them. one of them got up and was like, they were looking for Nick's dad. And they're like, do you know where his dad is? And I was like, yeah, he usually stands down the right field line, like all the way down there, where away from everybody. And I was like, you want me to go find him? And I was like, you'll recognize him because you can walk up here in the terrace and just see his Yeah. And they're like, yeah, go find him. So I walked over there and I started talking to him. Well, those scouts walked down there. And I was like, Jeff, I'm going to let you go. These look like some important people right here. Well, later, a couple of years ago, I was talking to Nick's dad, and he was telling that story. He was like, yeah, you remember that time you came and talked to me? I was like, yeah, I remember that. And he was like, yeah, those guys that came and talked to me after that were, there's like the Boston Red Sox, the Royals, and maybe the Marlins or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, that Boston guy was really bragging on Nick, like talking about how he was going to be like a first round pick.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, a first round pick? You know, oh my gosh. He was like, yeah. He's like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, my son, a first round pick? And they're like, yeah, man, you know, Cape Cod MVP, blah, blah, blah. They're like, but, you know, we probably won't get to pick him. And he's like, what do you mean you won't get to pick him? And Boston Scout's like, well, we have like the 7th overall pick. He'll probably be off the board before it gets to us. And he's like, 7th overall? He's going to be off the board before 7? And the guy was like, yeah, he's going to be like a 1, 2, or 3. Yeah. And I was like, I didn't know that at the time, obviously. But he was just telling the story years later. And so Nick ended up getting drafted 2nd overall by the Reds. Yeah. And so he got to go up there, and he got called up pretty quickly.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think maybe his second year, he got to go to spring training.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, Joey Votto was still with the Reds at that time. And I'm bringing this story back to what you said here. So he was playing, they were playing him in like a utility position. So he was playing third one game, short one game, second one game, center field one game. Trying to see like where he could play in the team to help him. And he said he was playing short, taking some ground balls in like pregame. And he was fielding them and just kind of throwing them like 80% over there. And so when he throw them 80%, you know, they would have this big loop on them. Yeah, and it would move. And Joey Votto yelled at him. And was like, he said, come on over here.
Yeah.
He said, you're going to break my finger. You know, and so you know, Nick's eye, he was like,
oh,
eyes
okay.
were just bigger out, like, oh my God, this guy yelling at me.
Yeah.
And so he said later in the locker room after practice or after the game or whatever, Votto came up to him and was like, hey man, you know, I'm sorry, I know you're just a rookie, but like, you can hurt me, you know, and I'm valuable, you know,
Because
yeah,
moving like that.
yeah, moving, and it could hit and break a finger, you know. I mean, those guys, he's throwing at even 80%, he's probably throwing at 92 over there, you know,
That's just straight.
yeah. So he was apologizing to him. He was like, hey man, you know, I'll take you out to eat tonight to make up for it, you know. You have a family down here right now. And it's like, yeah, my dad's down here. And he's like, well, tell your dad to meet us at this restaurant at this time, you know. And Nick's like, I remember this restaurant. So, you know, I just had it in my phone, text my dad, and I was like, hey, Joey Votto's going to take us out to eat, yeah. And so his dad's like telling the story, and his dad was like, yeah. So, you know, Nick's all nervous. He said, I thought he was messing with me. I thought it was like, you know, Joey Votto's not actually going to show up. But he said, sure enough, they got a booth, and 3 of them sat down, and he said, I'll baseball for 2 hours, and he said, Joey Votto floated the bill. It was like, so the bill was like $5,000. Yeah.
It's one of those restaurants.
I was like, man, that's pretty cool.
That's funny.
Yeah, pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, his dad's told us a lot of stories about that stuff, like getting drafted and everything.
That's cool.
It was really cool.
Rare thing.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. That was he said the first, I guess after the draft, that next day, they sent somebody to his house. they sent somebody to his house to set up like a flight and everything up to Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
And he's their second overall pick, first round pick. Like he's get picture taken and all that stuff. Like, hey, we got to do like a media thing. We got to send you up to the stadium. And so he packed a bag and went up there. And he said the first person that talked to him was Pete Rose.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was like, that is really cool.
That is cool. Pete Rose, man.
He said Pete Rose comes up to him and says, "Hey Nick, you know who I am?" And he's like, he said, "Well, I just got to tell you." He said, "You got the best. We thought you had the best swing in this draft. That's why we took you so high." And I was like, "Man, what a compliment!"
It's like, is this real life?
Yeah. It's crazy. His dad was talking about like talking with an agent and stuff, and picking an agent, how different that was. He's like, I remember sitting down with some of these guys, and he said their phone would ring the whole time we were talking to them. They'd be like muting calls and stuff, and he's like, I couldn't tell if it was like for show to show that they're busy or they had more, He said that was really hard. He said, but I'm glad we went with the guy we did because obviously, he got drafted second overall and got a $6 million signing bonus. That's awesome. It's really cool hearing those stories.
Still getting played or is he done?
He is, I think last year, he got traded to the White Sox and they released him near the end of the year and he signed an independent ball contract down in like Mexico or somewhere. And I think the reason he went down there is there's another kid that we all grew up playing with on our summer team who got drafted at Heritage High School over here. And he got drafted out of high school.
Nice.
But he is playing down there right now. And he was with the Cubs for a while, or I guess in their organization. He made it up to AAA. And then during COVID, they cut a bunch of minor league guys. So they had like their rosters, they have 40-man roster, right? The pro teams do. Well, during COVID, they didn't play any minor league games.
Right.
So they did each organization had an 80-man roster. Everybody else got cut. Yeah. So they cut a bunch of minor leaguers, which a lot of my friends were in that, I guess, system. That I played with growing up, everything like that. So they all graduated college in 2018. So, turn around that next seat, they spent 1 year in the minors and then everybody basically got cut. Yeah. It sucks, yeah. But it is what it is, But that guy, that pitcher from Heritage, he got cut during COVID, and then came back here, started like a lawn care business, and then he picked the baseball back up and was throwing it 98 again. Which was good for him.
Those guys that are like that, man, they just natural.
And I remember talking to him when he moved back. I saw him maybe at a UT game or something, and I was like, you decided to give it up, after COVID and everything? And he was like, yeah. He said, when I got drafted out of high school, I was topping like 97. And he said, I spent a couple of years at the AA team, which is the Smokies over here. And he said my velo just kept dropping. And he said I kept working with that pitching coach, my velo just kept dropping. It dropped down to like 91, 92. And he said, I finally figured out like that forced me to use my off-speed pitches more consistently. And so he said, I actually benefited from that a little bit and learned how to pitch a little bit better. So then I had one really good year with the Smokies, and they called me up to AAA, and I went up there, and he said he actually, I don't know if he broke his ankle or rolled his ankle real bad, but he said it was like a ball like hit right back at him, and he tried to like jump, and when he landed, it like turned it, and so he was on the IR for a while. And then when he came back, he was expected to go to spring training, he was still one of their top pitcher prospects. And he said he got in trouble. I was like, what'd you do? He's like, I can't tell you. I was like, okay.
Oh, no.
But he said they ended up releasing him after that season, which happened to be the COVID year. But he went down, he picked that ball back up, 2 years after he quit throwing and started doing pitching lessons and throwing on his own, and went and tried out at a Blue Jays tryout, I think, and played on their single A team for 1 year, and then went down to Mexico and started playing. That's also, he's been down there for 2 years probably. I don't know. I talked to him a little bit. His high school coach is in our district. His high school coach is in our district, so we get to talk to him a little bit. He keeps up with him as well. He was telling me, he's like, yeah, Trevor, a redneck from East Tennessee, gets down to Mexico. He said he's afraid to leave his house down there. He said it's rough.
That would be cool.
Yeah, he said it's rough. He said the area that all the players live in for his team, he said is not too bad. He said you can go to like the grocery store that's right next to him and get food and stuff. But he was like, yeah, going out, like going to get something to eat at a restaurant or something. He said, I'm not walking around with any kind of money in my pocket, that's for sure. Played with a lot of guys who went on and got to play pro ball, which was really cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, Will Crow up at Pigeon Forge is where he went to high school. Went to South Carolina, and he was probably the best pitcher I ever faced growing up, especially in high school, like up until high school. He was 94, 95. His fastball just rose. It had so much spin, it looked like it was like a rise ball. And then he'd throw a hard 12-6 like with it. So that fastball would come at you to do this, and that 12-6 would just drop off the table. He was so hard to hit. But he went to South Carolina, had Tommy John out there, maybe his sophomore year. Ended up getting drafted by the Nationals, pitched for the Nationals for a while, and then picked up by the Pirates. But I think he's done now. But he pitched for a couple years in the pros. Dakota Hudson, who we played with when I was 10, 13. And I think he moved when he was 14. He moved to Mississippi. And he went to Mississippi State and got drafted by the Cardinals and pitched for the Cardinals for a while. I don't know what team he's with right now.
That's cool.
And then another one I played with who got drafted out of high school was Lane Thomas. He went to Bearden High School in West Knoxville over there. Played against him a lot growing up, and then we played with each other when I was 14. Played with each other when I was 14, but he got drafted by the Cardinals, made his debut, hit a home run in his debut. Ended up getting traded because he was bouncing between AAA and the pros. Got traded to the Nationals and did pretty well with the Nationals. And then he got traded to the Guardians last year. And I think they played in the playoffs last year, so it's cool watching them on TV and stuff.
That's really cool.
It's cool knowing a lot of those guys and growing up with them and seeing them be successful. They've not scored, have they?
No scores. There's one other kid that I gotta tell you a story about. He was from Greenville, so up near Johnson City, kinda. And their summer team or whatever was the Greenville Marlins, and he was always a stud pitcher for them, and they had a good team, especially when he was on the mound. His name was Will as well. But Will went to Science Hill High School.
Yeah.
And my sophomore year, we went up to Science Hill to play them in sub-state. Winner goes to state. And at that time, it was just one game. Winner goes to state, loser goes home. And we go up to Science Hill, and they had a lefty that ended up getting drafted out of high school, Daniel Morris. And he started for him. He was like mid-90s, 6'4", just like looked like a pro guy.
Yep.
He threw most of the game. We got into like the 6th inning, and top of the 6th, and we figured out we could bunt on him a little bit because the field was kind of wet.
Yeah.
And he slipped and fell one time. He threw the ball away one time. Well, he was getting tired, and it was like I think they were beating us maybe. Oh no, it was tied. It was tied 2-2 on the top of 6th, and he walks our leadoff guy that inning, and then we go to bunt him over, and he slips and falls. Yeah. So first and second, nobody out, and I'm just a little sophomore, and my coach yells at me, he's like, "Right off the bat, you're bunting." I was like, okay. So I go out there, I'm a left-handed too, but I can run a little bit, so bunting was part of my game, I guess. And I get in there, and luckily he hit me. He hit me first pitch. I squared the bunt, and he threw it, and it was one of those where I jumped, and it just caught my shirt. And so I get on first base. My first base coach he's telling me that they end up bringing this Will kid in that I grew up with, Will Craig. And Will, as a sophomore, started at like 91, 92. Yeah. So he's always been a great pitcher. And he's like, first base coach was like, "Hey, your run means nothing here." He's like, "The only run that matters is that one on third base over there." He said, "No double play, like no double plays, nothing like that." All right. So luckily our probably one of our better hitters, our biggest, strongest kid, is up for play, hitting at this point. He batted like a 7-hole or something. Because he was kind of one of those all or nothing guys. Like he's going to kill it or he's going to strike out, And he comes up, and I kind of signal to him like first pitch fastball, like guaranteed. I grew up playing against this guy, like he's going to try to blow up by him.
Get the ball to
Good job, eh? Good job, Leon.
So sure enough, he goes first pitch fastball. That kid hits it a mile to left field. I mean, just way out, grand slam. We end up winning 6-2 and we go to state.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really cool getting to see that pitcher like as a sophomore. He was so good, and luckily we figured out we could bunt on him, and he kept made a couple mistakes. So how old's your kid?
16.
16? Where did he go to high school at?
Gibbs.
Gibbs, okay.
He didn't make it his freshman year, so he's going to go back out this year. He's going to play preseason baseball.
You know a Kristen Qualls? Oh, really?
We're not originally from there.
Okay.
I went to high school in Cameron.
Okay. I would say my boss at work, her son, I think, plays in his high school team. I don't know if he's a freshman or what.
We only took like 3 freshmen last year. Like 9 or 10 that tried out.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I like that coach over there. He's a good guy.
he's great.
He's a good guy. He was telling us we went over there and played this summer in just like a little summer league.
Mm-hmm.
We took a bunch of our freshmen over there. Played a bunch of, I guess, his upcoming freshmen. He was telling us about the turf situation. He's like, yeah, we're trying to get turf. I think we got the money to do it. He said, but there's Knox County told us we couldn't do it because of the Title IX stuff. Yeah, have you heard about any of that? So that the Title IX is, women's sports have to have equal opportunity that men's sports do. So they were saying that since somebody donated money and got all the football fields turfed.
That was Pilot.
Yeah, Pilot. Yeah, donated money and got all the football fields turfed. They were saying that any like additional upgrades to the men's sports facilities are kind of on the back burner right now because a bunch of women's sports parents, I guess, got together and kind of raised pain about it, saying that what do we get, what do the softball team get, what the women's basketball team get. But also once they became sophomores, it was like, who's going to beat those guys? Like, they're better than almost everybody's seniors, but
Really good out there.
they won sophomore year, junior, senior year. Then he retired to go watch his son play. His son went to Mississippi State, and they had 3 guys go to Mississippi State. Their stud pitcher, his son played short, and then their right fielder at Mississippi State. Center fielder went to Tennessee. First baseman went to ETSU. Third baseman went to A&M. They had 2 pitchers go to Tennessee. I mean, they were just I was shocked that they won it this year because they lost so much. They lost so many guys, so many good players.
Good system there, I
Yeah,
guess.
they just got a good system over there for sure. A bunch of people move over there to play. Yeah. So, kind of like people used to move over to Maryville and Alcoa to play football.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore.
Doesn't seem to matter.
Yeah.
Keep winning.
Alcoa's won a lot recently. Maryville's kind of been getting beat by Oakland. They got beat by Bradley Central, my youngest brother's senior year. When Bradley Central had Boo Carter, he was down there and he was just and stuff. I think he returned a kickoff to start the second half. I was like, why are you kicking it, man? Just kick it out of bounds. You know, like
Take the penalty.
you can't kick it to the end zone for like an automatic touchback. Just kick it out of bounds. He was all they had really. Their offense was, we're gonna line up in like a run formation, and then we're gonna have Boo Carter and another guy split out together, and they're either gonna hand it off to this running back or run the read option with the quarterback. And so there's 2 plays, and then their third play was snap it, throw it out to Boo Carter, and let him beat somebody one-on-one out there. So it was funny watching Maryville play defense out there with. They'd have like 4 guys out there with 2 receivers trying to tackle him. It reminded me a lot of when I was in high school. Juwan Jennings came down to Maryville and played. I think he played for Blackman at Murfreesboro somewhere over there. And he was like their whole team, but he was a quarterback for them. And man, my youngest brother was a freshman at the time. I was a senior and I didn't play football. But my youngest brother got to start as a freshman defensive end. He was way bigger than I was. You know, he was like 6'2", 245 as a freshman. And so he got to play defensive end, but I remember asking him before the game, I said, what's your guys' game plan for that, their quarterback? And he was like, our game plan is not to rush the passer, we're just containing him and trying to keep him in the pocket so he doesn't go.
Fair enough. Yep.
And I was like, all right. And sure enough, that's what they did. I mean, he would just like run outside the tackle and like stop and like stand in front of the tackle and just they were trying to like contain him and keep him from running. And it was still funny watching him because he would scramble like outside of him sometimes, but he'd be like 20 yards deep, you know, from the line of scrimmage running around back there. It was funny a lot. Maryville had a good defensive line that year. So I'm sure.
Ready, run, go!
Surprised my brother got to play a little bit.
That's awesome, though.
They had a guy go to Stanford and play defensive end. As a senior that year. 2 defensive tackles at Tennessee Tech and played. I mean, my brother, I laugh at him. He went and played baseball in college. He didn't play football. Started all 4 years. It's funny. My brother looks like an offensive guard now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's
Filled out so. Huh?
Yeah, he's gained some. His legs, man, are just huge. Like they're huge. If I folded myself up in a ball, it would be like one of his thighs. Like, and he's not like, he doesn't have a ton of stomach weight, you know, or arm weight. Yeah, it's all in his lower half. 1-1.
Yeah. I graduated high school 135 pounds. I was playing linebacker.
Wow.
Wow. And my son just got that hit. He's 3 times the size I was. Stronger, stronger.
It's crazy. You know name Rocky Young? You ever heard that name? He was a judge up there in County. Yeah. That's my uncle.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I know, my parents lived there, but I lived there 20-something years, but
Rocky Young.
I do remember that.
I'd say he was probably, I think he worked as a judge for a while, like a general session judge. Hey. What's up? Surviving. It's humid up here.
Yeah.
This fan's helping a little bit.
Hey.
Not out there in the sun, thankfully.
I think I'll back you up. I'm not going to help you up, but I think I'll back you up. 30 minutes tomorrow is 2 o'clock work.
Yeah.
Still probably 3.5 hour day with the championship facility, but
we'll go 11 to 2, give him a little bit of a break. He was with me during that rain delay and was supposed to have left.
Yeah.
I kept him with me extra hours in the field. He was about 12:35 today. Tomorrow I'll do 11 to 2 for him. I'll go in the morning and come back.
Sounds good. Not as much help tomorrow, though, right?
What?
Is Ryder not coming tomorrow?
He actually just reached out to me yesterday. I left to go to the beach. Said he was back recovered. He was available to help today, and then thankfully the 2 days you're gone that weekend for your birthday.
Yeah.
That 26, 27. Yeah, he said I'm available those 2 days. So I was like, oh, thank goodness. So I told him today. I was like, I know I didn't use you much today. That next 2 days, the next weekend he's available, and we'll use him a lot because he'll be gone.
Right.
So, and it's like I told Evan, not that I don't trust him in the aids. I just, if there's an issue and you and Evan are here, y'all can handle it.
Yeah.
If there's an issue and those two are here, I don't know
They're calling you immediately.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. So, like poor old Yates, this morning we got I almost got in a mess this morning. The second game starts at 10:45.
Yeah.
So time limit would have been 12:35. Okay. 12:35 should have time. So I'll leave here around 11. Go home, get groceries made, go to the grocery store. I'm on my way back. It's 12:38. I'm like, geez, I said the final. Like this game should have been close.
Yeah.
So I messaged him and I said, hey, is that game still going on? Yeah, 3 minutes past the time limit. Team only winning after an hour 45. Team only winning after 12:30.
Yeah.
He messaged and says, yeah, it's 11 to 6, top of the 6th. And the Bissing team's winning. I'm like, we didn't play an entire extra inning. They should have called, so that game didn't end. So we didn't start getting 3 till 1:20. We were behind after being well ahead of schedule. I thought, these umpires about that. I said, you shouldn't have that shit. And like, the right time limit, 11, so this is just a play game. 11's like,
What are these umpires?
yeah.
They've been out there all day.
Oh, yeah, you have to. No, I don't think you could pay enough.
The one thing you're sure can do like 2 games.
Yeah,
out here.
we'll do 3, 6 days do 3.
So what do they make?
They make pretty good. They make 80 a game, so let's make $480. That's good, but rain delay. Rain helped them. Gave them an hour to get out of the heat. They were talking this morning about how much an hour kids and even us, and stuff. And he brings 8 kids. I think I told him during the rain stuff, I was like, if I coach on these games, I'm bringing at least 11 guys. I think it's 8. I don't know what's going to happen this year. You look at the kid and you're like, man, you need to sit out. Right. This probably,
Top 4. It's funny the difference in pace and summer ball stuff.
oh yeah.
Like, first high school, like high school pitchers will quick pitch and everybody runs off the field. Yeah. Summer ball out here is 100 degrees. These kids are grinding.
Well, and in the umpire defense, you have a time limit to save it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're not pushing it.
They're not in a big hurry.
High school, they're definitely pushing it. turned the lights on before the sun came back out, and then the sun came back out, and I was like, how was it? What team did you pick in that last season?
San Houston.
Oh, so we'll get to play each other, I think.
Are we in sync?
Are we? What are you?
No, I'm Conference USA.
Oh, okay.
Are you working on her? I feel like how he's coming at the door.
Yeah, he texted me. I saw something. He texted me.
NCAA.
Yeah.
Have y'all noticed a glitch with Laurel when she snapped the ball?
Heard about that, but I've not seen it.
I'm burning my timeouts just to. I mean, at home.
It won't snap it?
I'm a Notre Dame fan. Ever since a kid, I've been playing that, and the first home game, I couldn't snap it.
You can actually take a timeout, but it happens multiple
It
times
happens
again.
multiple times a game. And then I looked it up, and there's a lot of people having problems with that. They've got to fix that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Not had that happen to me yet.
I was out of timeouts at 5 seconds left. We passed down the 5-yard line, ran up, no huddle, got up to snap the ball. We only time to click out.
We've been, a bunch of my buddies have been playing the ultimate team where you can, like, 3 people can play together on the same team against 3 other people. It's really cool. Very competitive. We'll all yell at each other, if somebody throws an interception or fumbles the ball or misses a tackle.
Last season, me and my brother played a cooperative dynasty or whatever, online dynasty with low-level teams.
That's what we just started one. We got like 15 guys in it. We're all starting as like 70 overall or below.
It's supposed to be that way. I picked Middle Tennessee. He picked Liberty. I was like, dude, Liberty's a good pick.
Yeah.
I said, come on, man.
That's like somebody picking USF with like an 80 overall team.
Come on, man.
Have you made it to an off season yet?
No, I'm 4-0.
I played through. So I played the early release, I guess. So it came out like Tuesday. And I made it through one season just to see what the transfer portal was like and everything. Man, it's legit.
Is it really?
Yeah, like you'll have, if you have a good year, you won't have as many guys leave. But a lot of teams have bad years, and they have like 20 guys in the portal. So that like off-season recruiting is really big. And a lot of it kind of depends on, if you run the ball a lot and don't throw it much, you'll have a bunch of running backs interested in transferring.
I run like free.
Yeah.
I got Jeremiah Love, so I just run.
What's his overall in that game?
96 or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, you run a sweep for a pitch with like one lead blocker. As soon as he can make a turn, you're not catching him. But if they overload the box, you gotta figure out how to throw it.
You need to ask him if he knows he should join. Because I know he's playing. Or he needs to respond to group messages that he's out or something.
Yeah.
Because last night, that was the message I had yesterday. Last night, he told the guy he was going today.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah. try to get Trout going too. Trout's got a real young kid, yeah. Or under 1 or something. My buddy who lives out in Nashville, who's from that dynasty message. He's having a kid today. So last night he was like, "This is my last night." He's like, "I won't be on tomorrow night."
Well, someone of you say something about we can get it started by Saturday night, lots of them boost or something.
Yeah.
So
last night he was like trying to get me to stay up late. I was like, "I'm gonna work."
I need to sim through it this season, just like in the previous off season before we get into it.
Yeah.
I think it's harder than 25
Off season?
No, just
Okay.
beginning.
Yeah.
It's definitely, so like in 25 there were like certain plays that were like unstoppable.
Right.
I've not found one of those plays yet.
I like that. I've only played a couple of real games. I like what you can't find that.
Yeah. And that, because we were talking about after last year's game, we were talking about putting in like a play cool down, and we discussed it again, and we're like, no, let's just leave it as no play cool down or anything like that, unless somebody finds a play where they're putting 100 points a game.
That's what I did was I find a fast receiver, and I would call the wide receiver screen.
Yeah.
And if I caught them pressing, whenever there's the extra percentage on the field, they can't keep up with it. And it's like, and then it got to where, yeah, it wasn't fun, and Rodney and I had a dynasty, and we were average schools, were undefeated, and like, this is because I want to lose. Like, I want some.
Don't sweat it.
I'm saying, yeah, like I played the first game I played the night was Central Michigan. About 17-0 half. I'm thinking, this ain't bad. Like, this is piece of cake. I can fall for a second half, and I think, okay, I'm gonna air it out right here. Let's see if we get it. They ain't saying here, take a shot. They get hit as a throw. Line into their guys' hands. Goes down 17-7. Ended up being 27-24.
Who were you playing those?
Same.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just seeing if I can get a feel for kind of what they do. And,
That's smart. I need to.
You want these hands, don't you?
that show. Sorry. I didn't have all the things. I was on Heisman 6 minutes. No accelerated clock. Trying to play as legit as I could. But
The wear and tear stuff's a big deal. Like playing through that season, I played on the default settings. I played as USF, so I started on lower tier, even though they had a real team. And my running backs, like I was rotating running backs every quarter to try to keep that fresh. But even on the default settings, you're getting like the -15 speed. You know, it's hard. Like it'll be really hard at these real small schools because there's no depth to like play with the high wear and tear. And I was like, dude, we got to bring the wear and tear down a little bit and boost the recovery because in reality, like, yeah, I understand like you guys are banged up a little bit during the game, but like get a week off. Like he should be fresh for the next week. Yeah.
problem with I can't seem to find big plays. So if I'm on my 10th play of the drive and I'm got down to their 15-yard line, I don't think my best player.
Yeah. That's right.
I have a lot of these up too.
Yeah.
It's like Jeremiah Love just disappeared for a while. And I'm like, he's now the backup is still a star player too. But I'm like, where did he go?
Yeah.
Because this guy's pinball or volleyball. Love is fast. And I'm like, I need fast. I played Arkansas, I guess the fourth game. We sold out for the run, and I couldn't really successfully run for the second half. Yeah, I was throwing, short, quick out passes and stuff, but it's a lot harder.
You really got to avoid a negative play because there's like a AI setting on there, the dynasty settings. And if you set it to like, adaptive AI or whatever, like if you run it 3 times in a row, they're gonna set blocks. Like
Which is what you want.
Yeah, which is what you want. You cannot have the negative plays. So if you line up and you're like, well, I might be able to run it for 2 yards here, but probably it won't be a big play. There's a bunch of guys in the box. It's probably smart to shift to a quick pass, try to avoid a sack.
And Jake and Carson, they're going to start tomorrow like the other play. Whitehead, Vanderhill's coming. They're going to be about. Games should still be about. They got. They got 15 minutes. Take them over. Take them over.
Yeah, that's Yeah, Ryder said. He said, I'm in. Is it for money or for fun? I was like, for fun. He said, I'm downloading the game. So I just sent him the advice.
I'm out here for fun. They're like riding ball.
Yeah.
Any money. I mean, some of my biggest shots at my pride when I lose to somebody on there.
Yeah, there'll be a bunch of user games with that many people. Honestly, this first year for sure.
That's cool. Yeah, way back in the age myself, way back in the day, taking over Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
We, all my buddies, all the guys that played football, they came up and go on, off or whatever we do at my buddy's house.
Yeah.
Included in the playoff.
Oh,
the
yeah.
playoff team would run the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and this looking at it, looks like a pretty even distribution of Xbox and PlayStation guys. Yeah. Which is even more exciting too. Like, we all play.
Yeah, we had like 6 or 7 guys in the last one on Xbox. I think we got 7 or 8 more than one. So. It's fun to play right now because you don't know, you haven't found a broken play yet. You're just calling plays, hoping to see them how they work. That Ultimate Team is really fun too because you're opening up packs and stuff and get random players.
Last game, or I think it was him. I think it was last game. On the way out, ball bounced. Maybe early day. I've been in so long, I don't know. Ball bounced. Texas just kind of whipped at it, come up and right in the chest.
My son need to get hit. He gets hit every time. There's still tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got last season he got twice in the back. Something about it. He got hit in BP a couple of weeks ago. I didn't what you doing, bro?
I say things when I'm throwing BP. I say people. It's not intentional.
Yeah, Vince, we'll go 2 o'clock for the news tomorrow. I might too, and before we leave, I might even set that, maybe then set that 10 up.
Oh, the Braves pull out a win again.
Yep, saw that.
For like a try.
You want me to drag it first?
Yeah, he's odd to drag it while Ray. I'll kick them off real good, make a hang them. I can't pay you. I got here today 7:30, 7:32. People work.
It's wild.
boss walking in here and his kid's back. Dad and the kid are in there just scoping the place out. Dad talks and said, hey man, how are you? Can I help you? Or you need something? Or something. I was getting ready to catch the cuts in the cane. Well, that's just beat me here. Dedication. But not having to walk around set the bags up. All I got to do is unlock this. And then get the money box out.
This kid, big center last game, was pretty good arm. That shortstop, pretty good arm. But other than that, I didn't see any guys who were very good on the mound for him. I wonder if they'd change pitchers right here or not. I would think they would let him play the rest of the game.
You know, in these full play games, I mean, some people save their better arms for tomorrow. Some people just throw their better arms on the first day and worry about their training to finish their work. You never really know.
I think those people play
Different colors.
Yeah, our team doesn't.
Yeah.
Where's this kid go to school at?
This one? Austin East.
Austin East.
It's a South Doyle over there at first. We got a bunch of Fulton kids, a Central kid, Slow Ridge kids. There you go, Trip. Get it out, Trip. You got it, Trip. Yeah.
Where's he going to school?
This kid?
Yeah.
South Doyle.
South Doyle.
Him and my son are the biggest guys on the team. This kid's schemes here is he goes to the Oak Ridge. All for 16.
So big kid. Is he playing third?
He's been playing third. He'll bump out with my son at first a little bit and pitch some. I think he's a pitcher at Oak Ridge by the trade that fit.
Well, we're gonna this will be the last inning.
Well,
Yeah. 3 minutes left. We're not coming out. That's 7 minutes.
there it is. Back on that.
Come on, bro.
So they're up here telling him baseball stories earlier. Got a bunch of
I
them.
bet, yeah.
He's talking about his son over at first telling his infielders like rear back and throw the ball.
Please
to
throw
him.
the ball.
Yeah. And I was telling him that story. I'm sure you told you where Joey Votto told Senzel like, yeah.
Y'all remember Shazam Bradley, the third person?
Go do it!
Shaz worked for me for some time when I was a coach. He was a Notre Dame fan, so he told me about them playing Notre Dame and how he almost tackled the market. And he said, hey, I am the one. And I was looking right at him. And he said, then he saw me and he changed gears and I just right there. And I found the videos. And no joke, Rockets coming around the end and looks at Shaz. And Shaz dives at him and he's just stretch out.
He's been very inconsistent. There's been some pitches that look like they're between the chest and the middle that he's called high. You know what I mean?
Well, he's been behind the plate the whole game.
They switched out.
Did he?
Yeah, they switched out games. think 3 and 4, and game 4 was the rain delay game, and probably 2.5 innings. I think the guy still told me they were going 2-2-2. So, I know this guy was back there to start today and to finish today. I think the guy still got the break. This middle two games, one of them is the rain game.
This batter was a Fulton kid.
Yeah, I think I do recognize him.
Good hit. Come on, Caden, run it in. Come on, Trick. Come on, Trick. You got it, Trick.
Boy, Trey. Go.
NABF team was in this tournament, or an NABF team. Played games 2 and 3 today. 8 players. Brought about 4 fans. Didn't bring baseball. We didn't baseball to play with. Told Buzz, my call him during the rain, I was like, no, don't send the NABF team over here anymore. It costs us money. He's like, I gave him baseballs. He said, I said, well, my son brought them.
Yeah.
Go over and say they have any.
Does he put that team together?
Yeah, he sent a text out beginning of summer about if any of us have any kids looking for on the team. Team and all those things. But it's the first time I've seen him. He's got one in the 18.
Go Chills when I get over here tomorrow.
He's got the 11 o'clock one. If they win, you'll see him. And I got everything at 11, so I can leave when they start. I don't
He texted me not too long ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, asking me about a job at the state. And, I just answered his questions. Hey, this is this job. This is what you'll probably be over, or what they're expecting you to be over if you get it. And then a couple days later, I guess when we went to actually apply for it, he sent me a message. He's like, it's just asking for a login. And I was like, yeah, that's the state employee login page. Like, you might have to be a state employee to get it, to like apply for it. I don't know. I was like, here's HR's email address.
Oh, brother.
looking for a $100,000 job experience.
High school TA and baseball coach.
So no Oak Ridge yet here.
You work in Oak Ridge, is that what he said?
I've been at White Hole for 20 years.
Oh, okay.
I was a Knoxville police officer before that. There you go. There you go. Send it. Come on, Trey.
My dad works over there for T-Deck.
Yeah.
So he does like permits and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
So he works closely with DOE and
Yeah.
a lot of the contractors over there who do all that environmental cleanup.
Yep. Yeah, I was a gun coder for like 15 years and I've run a few other things. Now I investigate accidents, procedural problems and stuff like that. Kind of full circle back to cop stuff.
Yeah.
You were talking about, you said you had buddies that got, with the Cardinals, great.
Yeah.
My granddad, my son's great-granddad, got invited to the Cardinals training camp in the 40s, but then Uncle Sam drafted him. So, didn't quite work out.
That is unfortunate timing.
That is unfortunate. Getting beat up over there, kind of over there.
Yeah. said, I was talking to him Thursday, he said he hit 89 in the fall down there at Westland. I was like, 89? And he said, yeah. He said, yeah, I hit 89. He said, that's why, I guess he went to a bullpen with Mississippi. And he's like, that's why I'm transferring to Mississippi. I'm trying to get through it.
So we didn't see him getting any action at Westland. Mississippi's not back yet. A year, he's got a year in the college program. And knows what to expect. He can probably go help Mississippi out a little bit. 89.
He surprised me. He's got a lot better arm than Brooks has.
He's worked. I'll give Brooks, you mentioned seeing Brooks. It's the first time I've heard of or seen Brooks down here. I've seen Hunter down here all the time.
Hunter did say he gained like 20 pounds when he got down there. Or his dad said that.
Yeah, Brooks is still trying to get stronger, but Brooks is trying to lose weight.
Brooks was standing in this corner down there. Hunter was standing in right field, and Hunter was throwing it. He threw one over the fence out over there. Yeah, and Brooks was like two hopping it to him.
I think what helped Brooks though, his legs, hit down below.
Davis said he's not moving in till like the day before classes down there, Brian.
Yeah, like August 23rd or something.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck?
Thanks, fellas, for letting me use it. Appreciate you, buddy.
You want me to lock it up?
I started saying,
Yeah, nothing,
that's fine. I can see
nothing up
good
here
enough.
really works.
Well, the chairs do. It's good enough for me.
Yeah, the chairs work.